Can you actually get banned for toxic behaviour in Siege? Hey, what's up guys? Irish Turtle here, and in today's video we're going to talk exactly about that topic. Is it actually possible to get banned in Siege for, abusive behaviour? And the short answer is yes, you can. Now, the information I'm taking here is all from Reddit. I will leave a link in the description below for you guys to read. But it is a story that happened about 6 months this event happened. I only recently found it on Reddit, but I thought it would be interesting to cover nonetheless. Now, this event was basically a guy posted on Reddit. I'm not going to name him specifically here, but you can go and read it. Where he basically complained and said, I've not cheated in Rainbow Six Siege, and I have been playing since the beta. I don't understand why Ubisoft flagged me and my brother in the system in a 20-minute time period. We both got flagged by Fair Fight, but only I got banned. Can anyone help explain this situation to me? So basically what he's saying is he's been playing with his brother since the release of the game. So he's been playing for just over a year. And then him and his brother both got flagged by Fair Fight, and he got banned. Now, basically, normally you wouldn't expect a response from this. They normally say things like, go through to our support forums, talk to them there. But being the community manager he is, Epi actually responded and said, you didn't cheat. I handled it personally. Have you read the code of conduct? I suggest both you and your brother get together and go over it. So basically he's saying, I'm not going to say why you got banned, but I suggest you read the code of conduct. You might figure out what rule you broke. And he then responds a little bit confused, and he says, so wait, did I get unbanned or what? Either way, thanks for taking your time out of your day. And then Epi responds with, no, it's only for 15 days though, it's not a permanent ban. Now, you'd think that would be the end of it. The guy would be fair enough, okay, it's only 15 days. But he then responded by saying, alright, so I've read the code of conduct. Would you mind explaining the reason of the ban to me, considering that we didn't cheat? Also, and then he continues to say that he did a live chat with Ubisoft, and he's implying that the guy who he spoke to lied to him, saying that he had multiple infractions. Basically, the guy didn't understand that there were other ways to get banned in Siege, and he assumed it was just for cheating. Now, Epi then responded in, as I said, the most epic way possible. He basically said, we don't typically do this, but sure. In the last 2 hours, your transcript for chat reads as follows. Shut up, bitch. Come on, pussy bitch. Peek again. Prone, crouch, crouch. Oh shit, it's Battlefield 3. Good game, faggots. Fucking something or other. I don't know what that is. You used to play with Serenity, right? Okay then, I second that. Fuck it. Shut up, mum. Basically, he was doing a lot of abusive chat as it was going on. Some of it not so much, but a lot of it is. Basically then, Epi then edited this comment slightly later on and added in, the section you violated is forbidden conduct. It is forbidden to harass or bully other players via verbal or written communications. Ubisoft will not tolerate any form of harassment and may be obliged to suspend or ban any player account where harassment should occur. So basically, that's the Epi basically telling us, he got banned because he was acting abusively to people in chat. Now, this was a lot of fun at the time. It did really well on the Reddit forums. Like I said, I only recently read it, though. And it was interesting because it showed that Ubisoft are actually willing to take a hard stance on people that are abusive in chat. I know a lot of people talk about this in comments on my videos, and they complain, and they say things like, oh, people are always abusive in chat, say horrible things, and nothing really happens to them. And there's no real system to deal with them. And again, this is something that comes up a lot in videos. People seem to think that Ubisoft aren't dealing with them. Now, it turns out they actually are. If you read this comment, you can see. Just obviously, a lot of people don't broadcast, oh, I've been banned for abusive chat. It doesn't happen that often. It just happens to be this is the case that went a bit more viral. So, obviously, like I said, that's a case that comes up a lot. People say these sorts of things happen. The response that people normally give to this is, oh, I think personally that, you should just ignore them or you can mute them. And there's the issue at hand. You can't actually individually mute somebody or the enemy team for their chat behaviour. Now, obviously, as I said, this is Ubisoft's system. When you're playing against the enemy team, you can choose to mute everything in chat. Literally everything. Your own teammates, the enemy team, everything. That is the option that you currently have. And basically what that means is you can't read chat. It just won't appear. Which is an alright system for some people, It means you can't read abusive chat messages. They won't bother you. But then the issue occurs that if you're in that situation where you've got a teammate that's using the chat to communicate to you, you can't read that. You don't know if your teammate's giving you information or not because you've now muted the chat. And the current system as it stands just isn't very good for helping you avoid these types of players. I mean, yes, it's good they'll get banned, but I mean, realistically, in the actual heat of the moment, there's no way of dealing with it properly in an effective manner. So, for the next part of the video, I now want to talk about things maybe Ubisoft could implement to improve this system. Now, one of the things that I thought of that would be pretty good is the ability to just individually mute an enemy player. If you go onto their gamer tag, or their game name in the scoreboard, hit enter, I think you should be able to hit mute. And basically what that should do is stop them from being able to type in the chat, or, you know, stop their chat implications from being seen by you. So that way you don't have to deal with those types of players. Alternatively, what you could do is add in an entire enemy team mute, or just remove the all chat in general. If they were to remove the all chat, it would mean the enemy team can't actually talk to you, and the only things that you can see are your teammates' interactions with you through the chat. And that would be quite a good system, although I know a lot of players like the all chat. They like to use it to talk to people on the enemy team. Like, personally, I like doing that sort of thing. I'll have a bit of fun with people, chat to them, have a laugh, you know, just general stuff like that. Like, I like the all chat. So personally, that wouldn't be a good system in my opinion, but, you know, it would improve on what there currently is. Alternatively, what they could do is, as I said, they could just have a mute enemy team button where you don't see their information in chat again. So that way they can't annoy you, they can't abuse you. And, you know, if it's continuing through the game, you don't have to lose all the information that you get. Now, obviously, people that are abusive, it's a problem in all games. It's in Counter-Strike, it's in Siege, it's in TF2, it's in Call of Duty. Every game you play, you're always going to have these people that are abusive to you in the chat, and they're always going to say these horrible things that aren't necessary. It's just a part of the way the gaming world works. Sadly, that is how gamers are in recent years. They've always been a bit more dickish, and there's just no way around that. So I think personally that would be, in my opinion, that would be a good way of avoiding this, because it means, you know, we don't have to just report people. We can literally take it into our own hands and block them. Now imagine a lot of people would say things in this video. I can already hear the comments, things like, oh, just ignore them, man up, just ignore them, you know, I'll say nice things back to them to irritate them more, all these kind of things. And yes, you know, you can do those sorts of things, but it's still there. And one of the things about humans is we take in information that's given to us. So if somebody puts something in the chat, you're going to read it. Deliberately or not, you're going to be looking at that chat, you're going to be reading that information that comes up. So, you know, it's like, that's not a very good way of avoiding it. I mean, yes, you can be the bigger man and avoid it, but at the end of the day, when it's happening a lot in Siege, you know, there's not a lot of ways we can avoid it. And eventually it will get to you, or eventually you'll say something back and then it just goes back and forth. And it's this pointless argument that just occurs for no reason. So, you know, that's obviously just my opinion on the case. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Do you guys have any ways that you would improve the current system? Or do you think the current system's fine and you're just happy to hear that Ubisoft are actually finally banning people, or Ubisoft are actually banning people that are abusive in chat? Let me know your thoughts. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. Obviously, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit that like button. It really does help the channel out, helps the video get more exposure. And, you know, if you agree with what I said, there's a chance that, you know, it might get shared somewhere where Ubisoft might actually read it and go, hey, those are some good ideas. Yeah. Obviously, again, if you enjoyed this Sunday series as a whole, feel free to let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like me to discuss. I'm enjoying doing these videos. A lot of you guys seem to be enjoying them as well, and they get a lot of discussion going, and I'm happy to see that. So I do just want to say also thanks to you guys. I'm happy to see that my videos are getting a lot of discussion going, in at least these Sunday videos cases. It's nice to know that people actually have a little bit of a think about it and comment. Obviously, you know, if you're going to comment something stupid or ridiculous, I ignore you or I remove it based on how stupid or ridiculous you're being. But to those of you guys that are actually supportive, or that, you know, disagree with me but give a genuine reason for it, thank you so much. Obviously, if you enjoy the channel, feel free to subscribe. If you want, you can hit that notification bell, although my schedule is fairly regular with a Wednesday and Sunday video. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.